What's going on, everybody? Jets Giants, 7 o'clock tonight at the Meadowlands. Couple things to watch from a Jets perspective. I'll have a pod tomorrow, recapping the game on the Badlands feed. We'll have Jet Heads, Buck the Trend, etc. Joe and Connor later after the game. But in terms of the actual game, couple things to watch, couple things I'm keeping an eye on. I think the number one thing is going to be the Jets' offensive line against the Giants' pass rush, and be able to mitigate that, use the run game, use some of the screen game. Again, it's not necessarily about the actual result of like you're winning or losing a game. Obviously, you'd love to win, but it's more about just the process, see if they improved on some of the things they struggled with, maintaining some of that protections for Justin Fields in second and third and long, staying out of those, keeping, the offense on schedule. So mostly those tackles, Membu and Fashanu against Burns, Carter, obviously, and then Kayvon Thibodeau. Obviously Dexter Lawrence inside too, but, the Jets are able to, they have a good interior offensive line. That's not necessarily, those guys are vets. I'm not necessarily worried about that. I think it's some of the, kind of wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5s, if you want to call it that. I think seeing more out of Arian Smith. He's had a really nice camp. He's improved throughout. So you want to keep seeing him, continue to do that. Brandon Smith, Skinner, guys like that competing for a job with Lazard out. Corley and Gibson, do they have any shot here? Pritchett's kind of taking a stranglehold over the punt returner job, and Kenne's, over kind of the kick returner job. So can those guys solidify their spots? Defensively, Stiggers, JBC, guys like that, can they kind of, Stiggers had a really nice camp. JBC's been a guy on the, team for the last couple of years. So can they solidify that back end of the corner room? Other than that, can Jay Tufele continue his Linsanity run here? And, guys like Page, Nandi, Cowart, guys like Tufele feels like the starter at the moment. Him and Coward, and then kind of who makes it behind him, Fidarian Mathis, guys like that. So having my eye on those. And then lastly, I think everyone's very enamored with Donovan Edwards, and rightfully so. He's had a really nice last week or so. Can he build on that? Can he be a guy that, pushes, for that last spot? Lastly, Andrew Beck. The reason I mention him is because Mason Taylor is back, and he's had a fantastic week, and he's going to get a lot of those reps, right? So he's going to be their solidified probably number 2 pass catcher outside of Brees, in the pass game. So can Beck, Ruckert, Stone Smart, who kind of capitalizes as that 12 personnel, the second guy in the field with Mason Taylor. Talk to everybody tomorrow. Pod back up on the feed. Again, Joe and Connor, buy your live show tickets. We'll talk to you guys soon.